going to be installing a brand new RS360 EDP. This unit right here on a 2006 Pontiac Torrent, which is the same thing as the Chevy Equinox. And it's going to lock and unlock the doors. It doesn't have a power tailgate release, so obviously that function is not going to work. And it's going to start and stop the vehicle from approximately 800 to 1,000 feet away. And then you're going to see how it's done flawlessly. Every job, every time. When you want the best, you call the best, like this customer did. Greer Auto Accessories, 708-821-3526. In Chicago still, and guess what? It was below zero last night. It's probably about, it's probably like 0 degrees right now. So if you don't have remote start, I don't know what you're waiting on. Make the call. It's just that simple. 708-821-3526. Now let's get started on this vehicle, shall we? All right, we're just about finished with the connections here. We're going to make the last of the connections and tape everything up and zip tie everything, get it looking nice and neat, everything out of the way. And this vehicle already had a previous alarm system with no remote start in it, but it was one of those garbage systems from the competitors, so it wasn't worth anything at all. So of course it ended up in the garbage can where it should have been from the start. Now, when you're dealing with this vehicle, because of the pass lock system in this one, you have to be very careful with it. And you have to make high quality connections always. Like I always say, if you don't know what you're doing, if you haven't been extensively trained, do not attempt it, or you will make a huge mess out of things and possibly set someone's car on fire. So it ain't worth it. When you want the best, you call the best. Greer Auto, 708-821-3526. We're gonna finish this up and I'm gonna show y'all how it works. Now another thing with this vehicle, taking the A-pillar apart so I can run the antenna down here easily. Take notice of the residue and stuff along the inside the windshield. That's how you can tell the windshield has been replaced at some point in time. Just little things you learn when you're working on these vehicles. And you always put everything back together like it was from the factory. That way you can't even tell it's been taken apart. That's the whole objective. Now we're in the process of putting everything back together. All the wires are secured and concealed and all that good stuff. And of course we had to access the body control module here, so we had to take the center console bezel out. And we gotta, putting this back in, you have to shift it all the way down to low gear in order to facilitate the removal of it. And don't forget to plug the window switches back in when you do this. Also, the same thing comes out when you change radio, and then this customer is going to be getting a double-din radio from me in the near future, so this will be coming out again, which only takes a few minutes for me anyway because I've been doing this so long. But I'm going to put a nice double-din radio and backup camera in this vehicle, and you'll see the video on that too when it's done. This is the 06 Pontiac Torrent. Doors are locked right now. Unlock button right here on the remote. And they unlock, and you see the lights on. You look inside the vehicle. You don't see any wires hanging, nothing loose, nothing broken, nothing missing, nothing in disarray. Everything retains a factory appearance. Even though all this stuff was taken apart a little while ago, everything is put back together to factory specs. Center console, everything is perfectly intact, as you can see, which is what you always get when you come to Greer Auto Accessories. Everything nice and neat, like it should be from the factory. And you see the antenna at the top of the windshield there. I can lock the doors. Lights will flash, as well as the anti-theft light comes on the dash because it activates the factory alarm too. And you see, doors are locked. This vehicle does not have any kind of a power tailgate or power tailgate window release, nothing like that on this vehicle, so the trunk release is not going to do anything on this vehicle. The main feature, remote start. And you see the status light flashing in the windshield. And lights will come back on in a few seconds. And then we're going to go ahead, one of the parking lights is out, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and shut this off since we're in a closed garage. And as you see, once again, Greer Auto Accessories has provided another customer with a warm solution to a cold winter. When you want this, you make the call. It doesn't get any easier than that. If you're still getting in a cold car, I don't know why you're doing it. That means you must be crazy. No other explanation for it. When you want the best, you call the best. It's just that simple. 708-821-3526. Follow us, like us, subscribe to us, call us, and refer us. Until the next time.